Hi and welcome back to my channel. I have a festive cozy video for you today to celebrate the launch of my beginner's sewing course. I thought we would do a recycle sewing DIY. So I'm taking an old piece of clothing and I'm turning it into a piece of Christmas decor. Don't worry if you don't have a sewing machine, because this is a beginner friendly video. You can hand sew these. It is going to take you a little bit longer, but you can hand sew these if you don't have a machine. And it's kind of fun to do while you're sitting watching the telly. Anyway, I'll get straight into the video and we can catch up after. So I picked up this little mitten and sock set in, actually, as one of the pound shops. I think it might have been Mr. Price. I'm basically just using them as a template and they were my inspiration for this project. So I'm tracing them out on some brown paper. I'm going to cut out the brown paper. Make sure to use your normal scissors and not your fabric scissors. And then these are going to be my templates that I'm going to use on my skirt. For the fabric for this DIY, I'm going to be using an old cord skirt. I like the skirt, but I don't wear it, so I decided, you know what? I'm going to take it out of a charity bag and I'm going to recycle it. So I'm using the fabric. I'm just cutting up the back seam. Then I'm going to fold the right sides together and I am going to place on my pattern pieces and I'm going to cut them out. I roughly cut out 8 of these, so I had 4 mittens and 4 socks, and I'm going to be making a string of bunting. Once I was finished cutting, I stuck the right sides sandwich together. I pinned them and I brought them to the sewing machine and I stitched around them. Make sure you leave the opening open, so don't stitch all the way around, because you are going to be turning these inside out and you're going to be adding some little boot collars onto them as well. Before working on the little boot collars, I just trimmed off any excess fabric that was around the seams and I used the width of the sewing foot as my seam allowance. So to make the little boot collars, I got some fleece fabric that I had and I just folded it over and I stitched it down. The reason why I folded it over is because I didn't want to have like a raw unfinished edge on top. I also just measured out to make sure that it was going to fit my mitten and my sock. Once I had stitched all the way down, I simply folded it over to make a kind of loop and I stitched that close. So that gives me the little boot collar for my sock and my mitten. You'll then see that I'm going to insert it inside, because I'm going to stitch this then to my mitten. Now I had to hand stitch because it was so small. I couldn't get my machine to tackle this, so I'm just doing a simple straight stitch all the way around. Make sure you do a kind of back stitch when you begin and finish to keep it in place, and I simply just stitched all the way around and then I pulled my mitten out. To make my bunting, I just had some bias binding or bias tape that was in my kit. I simply ironed it over in half and then I brought it to my machine and I done a straight stitch all the way down, and then I hand stitched each of my mittens onto the bias binding. Now you don't have to do this. If you want, you could just put ribbon on each of yours and you could have them as ornaments. I wanted to do a nice little bunting that I could hang in my entryway on my mirror. And yeah, put them in place and hand stitch them on, and then you're done. I just added some pegs as well, just for a bit of decoration. The pegs are not holding them on because it's not strong enough, so they're just there for kind of decorative purposes. So I hope you got some inspiration from that and got some ideas on turning some old pieces of clothing into something new. Maybe if you have a charity bag, maybe have a little rummage and see if there's that and you can recycle and turn it into something completely new. I love doing things like that, giving it a new lease of life. So as I said at the start of the video, my sewing course has just gone live. It went live on Sunday for everyone on my email list, and I was just doing happy dances in the kitchen when people enrolled and signed up, and seeing the students in the dashboard and going through the modules. I was like, it just gives me like joy to teach a hobby. So I'm really thrilled with that. I have a page with all of the details on the sewing course. It is a beginner's sewing course, and I go through literally, if you cannot thread your machine, if you don't even have a machine, if you can't even thread your machine, if things like bobbin, selvage, grain, bias confuse you, I break it all down. It's basically, I want you to master the basics, because when you master the basics, you're then more confident when you go on to tackle bigger projects. When I was learning, I went backwards. I would tackle big projects and get overwhelmed and frustrated because I hadn't just mastered the basics. Little things like not having your machine threaded properly will have you frustrated when you do tackle big projects. So that's the aim of the course, is to master the basics. I do have a module that has projects in it, and one of them is the teddy bear. So I can't wait to see you guys making them as well. If you want more info on the pricing of the course, details, I popped in a little FAQ section as well, just from any kind of questions I had gotten on email. I'll pop a link here, I'll put a card, and you can get it in the description box as well. I also totally understand that it is December, but the course is, how would you say, evergreen, so it's always going to be there. The only thing is the pricing is an introduction offer. It is going to increase in early 2020. I do plan on adding a couple of more projects to it next year, so as I add more, the value will increase, and so will the price. So that's the only thing I can't guarantee, is the pricing, but the course is there for you to pick up and learn at any time. If you do have any further questions, I'm going to put my email here. Please email as comments. I have so many platforms to manage that comments just get lost. So if you do have a question on the course, do reach out personally on email, and I aim to get back to you as soon as I can. So I'll pop my email here. So that is me for this week. Cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the sub button, because we are at 99k subs, and I'd love to hit the 100 by 2020, so literally by the end of the month. But listen, we'll see what happens. So if you're not subbed to my channel, please do hit the sub button, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye everyone.